Louise, thank you for accepting this date. It is a rainy day, of course. I have looked at you for a long time and thought I should call you and tell you I would like you to be my wife.
What?
So I concocted this little thought, my dear girl, that maybe we could have what you call an indoor date.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when a man talks about, carrying a girl out on a date, a lunch date, you think about going to a fancy restaurant. Like in our days, we used to walk up to, Shishitien, and we used to walk to Hawaiian Eye.
And what was the name, one name on Richmond Street?
Richmond Street.
The corner there.
Kong Chow?
Kong Chow.
Kong Chow, boy, Kong Chow. Yeah, Kong Chow was right there on Richmond and Arapita Avenue, which flowed into Park Street.
That's right. So, but we never walked to Shishitian.
No, we never walked to
You mix
Shishitian.
up Kong Chow with Shishitian.
Yeah. These days we go to Shishitian. And Bernie.
But we have to come and see her before the season.
Right. So, I got this thought, since Lasana was graciously going to buy this roti for us, why not have an indoor date?
Right, no cooking.
No cooking.
This is weather for an indoor date.
Weather for an indoor date. I love that. I like how you just give me the little captions, It's very nice, very nice. You can handle all of that?
Well, yes.
I want to get too fat on this date,
Wow.
Really,
This
sir?
is more than a mouthful, boy. This is a belly full.
Indeed.
Sita,
Yeah,
you
honey.
never fail.
How do you used to feel when we go on dates, girl? You used to feel happy?
You remember how we used to have that nice roti in
Maraval.
Bossier
Yeah.
village?
Yeah, Maraval.
And we were married already, and we will go get roti and park up in
Federation Park.
in Federation Park in the alley.
We couldn't own a house in Federation Park, but we own a parking spot.
Under the big tree.
Under the big tree, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we continue that
Yeah, man.
throughout our life.
Yeah.
We never stop dating.
Never stop dating. I want to.
But I like the foreign dates, eh?
The foreign dates.
I love the foreign dates, boy.
Yeah. I want to shout out to Asha and Frankie from Samoa. As we say, if you proper English, San Juan. But we know that's Samoa.
Sawa, man.
Samoa.
Sawa. You tell a taxi driver, drop your San Juan. They say you have to take a plane.
not a taxi.
Not a taxi.
So Asha and Frankie met you at the airport yesterday. Very nice couple. Very happy. You know what I like about these guys we meet? I guess our channel appeals to people up in their maybe 50s onward, right?
Yeah. Elderlies.
Or maybe some younger women who want to get some marriage tips if they think it's worthwhile. But those husbands who are settled and let's say for instance, like Sean and Pamela, they're married about 33 years.
Yeah, that's a lovely couple.
Congrats to you, right? But the husband, although he may not look or he might not look at our channel, he supports the wife. So your Grace, don't forget that, Grace.
Yes, you could talk while I eating, boy. This roti is too tempting
Okay.
and mouth watering.
Hey, Louise, this is for supper also?
Yes, Sita,
See-
as usual.
Oh, boy. Yeah, man. You remember once we took two sisters up to Maracas and it began to rain terrible? And it was great. And no, you
It
weren't
was
there.
Lieber friends.
Lieber's friends.
Maria and her sister.
And it began to rain. And the water was cascading into the roti and curry running down to your elbow. That was fun, boy.
They never forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
Sita gave Lasana a special boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's roti, man?
Well, this was a very nice treat from Lasana.
What were you going to cook today?
I was going to cook curry bodi with potato
Mm-hmm.
and chicken.
Well, we get the
And-
curry anyway.
We get the curry anyway, so I felt like curry, but with rice because I didn't have any roti skin.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not a substitute, this is real thing.
Really, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that elderly couples might forsake the thought of dating these days?
Well, they probably might feel it frivolous. Some people are more serious. You know, I am a person very flexible
Mm-hmm.
and go along with your ideas.
Okay.
I never object. You know?
Mm-hmm. As long as it's not offensive.
Yeah. But some wives could be a little bit,
Not as game.
they may not be as game about things I'm game for.
Mm-hmm.
They might take a day to go in a restaurant,
And by that time, maybe once every 3 months.
But that's right, because not always you can afford the fancy restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
But a date, you could go to Popeyes for a date, you could go to Kentucky for a date.
Because some about double stone and how I did.
Mm-hmm. The man wants to tie wife under the street light.
Yeah, he said, darling, we're eating out tonight.
Yeah.
And they were under the street light eating.
He made the sandwich home and carry it.
Mm.
Real good.
Roti melting, man.
Santa girl, I know your mouth watering.
Yeah.
Marcial,
Mm-hmm.
really delicious. Yes, Gisha. As I eat this roti, I think of all of you who will be longing to have a good roti at this time.
You know it's raining in London right now?
In London?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
My sister called and I said, what's the weather like there? We were raining here. She said, yes, it's raining up here too.
Wow.
Big up to my sisters, Bernice and Barbara. Big up to them. We're the last three alive of 11.
Imagine that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
A big family come down to so little.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in our family now, strange thing is, you have 3 standing out of the 11. And we have 3 died
Mm-hmm.
out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
No, 4.
Mm-hmm.
4 out of 12.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The race was still good.
Yeah, and that's because our family are younger than your family.
Mm-hmm.
If we're coming by age.
Sita didn't drink at all, boy.
No. Big up to Sita.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly good.
Mr. Blake, when last I had roti, right? I wonder when last Mr. Blake had roti. You think we should have got a knife and fork to eat this?
No, boy, I think it's the traditional way. You have to eat roti with fingers, boy. And even foreigners who visited, who were willing to try fingers, agree it was better with the fingers.
Mm-hmm. But you took roti when we went on that holiday. The last holiday here.
Yeah.
And most of everybody you took it to ate with their fingers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Using fingers. Mm-hmm.
Boy, I wonder if I could make this whole roti.
No, I'm gonna have to wrap mine and eat it later too. The chicken is delicious though.
Mm-hmm. But this was a good change from cooking. And
Yep.
it was
Mm.
delicious. No regrets at all. It's absolutely mouth-watering and
Mm-hmm.
delicious.
Can't forget doya again.
Mama doing.
I'm a doya.
Our good old neighbor opposite.
She fed our kids with a lot of good stuff, eh?
Yeah, boy, those our grandkids love those Mama Doya all.
You don't constantly pine for somebody who's passed away, but you can't prevent remembering them, eh?
Mm-hmm. Their absence are greatly felt.
That funeral we watched yesterday.
Yeah.
That funeral we watched yesterday. I was pleased to know that the grandchildren revered their grandmother, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And that she was a real beacon in her lifetime.
Very beautiful things were said,
Mm-hmm.
and not to be vain, at one time I wondered they were talking about me. They talk about her laughter,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, well, that was one thing I had in common with this lady,
Mm-hmm.
about her kindness. Well, I may not have been in her portfolio,
Mm-hmm.
but the laughter part, and always willing to listen and to give an advice, that sounded a little bit like me.
Well, yes. And one of the things, you know, when I met you, that really attracted me to you, you know, your happy state, you know, your happy state. It was very nice that you, over the years, you haven't changed. I guess I must have changed a bit along the way.
Well, you got more handsome.
Hey, I'll take you out again this evening. I'll take you out again.
You got gray hair.
Mm-hmm.
So did I.
Uh-huh.
You got wiser.
Where are we?
You were otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
You were otherwise.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
Any changes was for the better lands. Any change that I have found in you,
Mm-hmm.
it was an improvement.
Okay.
So even if you did change, it was for the better.
All right.
Yeah. But you remain the lands that I knew.
Mm-hmm. The lands. Mm-hmm.
So this was quite a good date.
Mm-hmm.
Simple and easy.
Simple and easy.
Where's my roti?
That's your roti there, and this is mine here.
Yours look bigger.
Yes. You did a good job.
Yeah. Very good. 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Even and eaten.
You're telling
The
me.
amount.
Mm-hmm.
You had 100, I had 100. You eat 50, I eat 50. You
Well,
see that? You
I
leave
don't
that-
think
you
I
left
ate
that for
50.
me?
I don't think I ate 50. I think I ate maybe
50?
35, yeah.
One, two. Yeah.
Something, you know. You're pretty good at maths, eh?
Average.
I think you're pretty good, and I am atrocious at that.
I'm pretty good at averaging. I am very surprised if I go out there, go to the market, wherever I have to help myself with weight. I am always on target. If I want 3 pounds, I put 3 pounds. That so much so the people will say to me, but you could come and sell in the market?
Hey, what about going and selling in the market one of these days in truth?
What, sell it you?
I think that would be a good experience, you know.
Mm.
You know, you go down to Tunapuna Market, and we know 1 or 2 vendors there, right? And say, listen, Louis wants to sell in the market for just an hour or 2. I think that would be a good experience, you know. How many people go to shop and we don't think about the other person behind the counter, right?
Well, I will weigh the stuff and they will collect the money.
Of course.
So you mean I'm actually going to be like a understudy?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that should
Because
be fun.
there are so many jobs that people do that are vital to sustenance, but we really don't know how they feel. You remember when last time I was coming to St. Augustine and he stopped by a family on that Eastman Road, I think it was, that goes back in the Caroni there, where they sell all the crab. And he spent a little time with them, and they were down in the water catching, you know, whatever fish they can.
Freeman Road.
Freeman Road, that's right. Not Eastman Road, sorry, Freeman Road.
I know it's some kind of man.
Yeah, boy.
A free man.
One not one a man, eh?
No one a man. Not who you thought?
Freeman.
No.
Eastman.
Eastman.
No, Eastman was the gas station that was behind the market, Tunapuna
Not
Market.
Eastman, not one a man.
She was a very
Freeman.
nice woman, you know, Mrs. Eastman. When we used to stop there, she was friendly. You know, you could always have a little quick chat before you move on. And she knew most of my relatives, especially my dad and my
He
eldest
used to
sister.
park in her garage when she went to the market.
No, I don't think so. In those days, you parked along that road that was, the post office was in the back of Tunapuna there. And that strip leading to the market. If you go there now, you'll pass Republic Bank car park underneath, right?
Right.
But anywhere along that roadway, you could have gotten a park.
Yeah.
Just below Palladium Cinema.
I remember when we first moved up here, we used to go to the Pune market. Couple years. But then it got, we needed to go to the beach on a Saturday.
So that market thing went out.
Yeah.
What about the time when I did a little, what do you call it? Private taxi opener.
When we were in St. Anne's.
Yeah, when we lived in St. Anne's.
Yeah. And Lisa, I think Lisa would have been born.
Yes, and then the one Friday I went out.
And Paula came to spend the weekend with us.
Yeah.
And
We decided we're going to do a little PJ. Right? Working PJ, that is what it is, right? And I made $12 that night, that evening. And I pulled into a little kind of
burger place.
a burger place. And we spent the $12 with on burgers and hot dogs and
Go back
juice.
home.
woke you up around 11, 12.
Mm.
And the next Friday I went out and I made $20. Okay?
Mm.
And we went to the market, the central market in Port of Spain.
With $5.
No, we had $20. $20.
Okay.
But chicken was only 36 cents a pound.
2 chicken was for $5.
Okay.
Two
Okay.
5-pound chicken. We used to drive around by Piccadilly there.
Yes,
There's a
yes,
little
yes.
shop,
Yes.
and you place your order for 2 chicken, 2 5-pound chicken.
Mm-hmm.
That was $5. 50 cents a pound for chicken.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, so 2 chicken was for $5. And $5 in the market, you could hardly carry a bag. $5 market.
Yeah, boy, it was something else, huh?
And we was yard change for a treat in the evening.
Yes, for $20, with $20.
$20.
Yeah, boy.
And that's 54 years ago.
Can you imagine? So let's put this date in context now. When a guy goes out with a girl, they talk about the future. At our age, we talk about what happened in the past,
Yeah,
but we enjoy the present,
yeah.
right? Somebody said, it's nice to look back, but living in the present is always
I believe in
the
that.
best thing.
Live in the moment.
Live in the moment.
Live in the moment. I think that you rob yourself because if you go back in the past too much, if your past was bad, it was saddening.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you look at the future and things are not good, it look even darker.
Yeah.
Because what would happen in the next 5 years? We'd be older, we wouldn't have money to buy medicine. And you start to speculate a lot of things.
Yeah, right.
If you have to have a surgery, what's going to happen? So live in the future. Now is the moment. Enjoy your date. Don't mind you didn't even pay for the roti.
Mm-hmm.
That make the date even better. Somebody else would be saying, but that's not a date because you did not buy the roti lines.
Yeah, that's okay.
Your son bought the roti.
That's okay.
But this is our date.
But when I went on a date with you, my mother used to give me money,
Yeah, so you're accustomed.
So I should have taken her on the date too. Yeah.
Yes, man, life is what you make it.
I was working with $25 a week.
Yes, and you was feeding our lunch. Dates alone was every time was $10. And,
$10?
And you used to take me to lunch. Must be every day.
Yeah, I had to borrow.
Was $25 a week or a day?
No, a day? No, girl, when we started off, it was 25. I was working for $25. No, I'm wrong.
Yes, it's a week.
Yeah, $25 a week.
So that's what, $5 a day? All that work?
Yeah.
For
Well,
$5?
yes.
Woo! Well, when I was working Fuller's too,
Mm-hmm.
Fuller's was $25.
That was the average
Yeah,
going
that
for
was.
apprentice or
But,
whatever, right?
yes, that was for the normal middle class job.
Mhm.
Or as this, what is called now when I say minimum wage. That must have been minimum wage.
Maybe, yes.
But they didn't have that term at that time.
No.
But most companies pay $25 a week. So when I went for my interview with BP, and I got through the job, and it was $60 a week.
Mm.
So when I went to Mr. Fuller, Roy Fuller, it was Frank, two brothers, Frank Fuller and Roy Fuller, and his sister, it was a family business,
Right.
Fuller's Limited.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if it's still around in Henry Street.
yeah,
Is still there?
I think so. Maybe different name.
Mm-hmm.
And my dear friend Corinne, whom I met lunch through,
Oh, Lord.
Corinne,
According to Owen, she put me in trouble.
big up to Corinne, because Corinne set me up for life. So Corinne, I'm so glad
She
you're
set
married.
you up for life and give me life. Uh-huh.
But so Corinne and her mom worked there as well. So the establishment was, it was a variety store.
Mhm.
They also, one of the main thing they did was fix bicycles. Can you imagine, Lancelot, people fixing bicycles?
Yeah, like a
Because
motor.
the bicycle was their motor car,
Right?
right? And Corinne was a cashier. And, oh my, what was that man's name? The Fuller's sister, husband. You hear me call her name already?
Can't remember. Never.
Mr. Buku.
Okay.
Mr. Buku was a nice, quiet man. And his wife, I don't remember her name, she used to be like in the store helping people, customer service.
Right.
I got a job there to so the little office now, it was a cashier's cage. Corinne is on a high chair, and I am sitting at a lower desk next to Corinne, but she's on a high chair to see the customer, and I'm here. And her mom was the accountant, and Mr. Buku must have been the managing director, I don't know. Everybody had a big portfolio because they own the business, right?
And you
I was a clerk.
Uh-huh.
I was a clerk.
Okay.
So my job entailed that the customer comes in and go down to the workshop. In the back they have the workshop. They have the store, they're selling plants, lots of different things, tools.
I used to pass pullers a lot, but never really
Henry
got
Street.
into what they were selling,
Yeah. They had plant pots, they had bags for hanging pots,
Right.
Different things. But the key business to me was repairing bicycles. So they go in the back and they bring this bicycle and say, well, I want this bicycle sorted out. So the mechanic, it would be a mechanic, you'll call that?
A mechanic? Sorry, I thought it was Uncle Dino coming there.
You lost me there,
No.
man.
I got lost too because the vehicle looked like Uncle Dino.
Oh.
Uncle Dino and the pepper shrimp, good going by. Yeah.
So,
A technician.
technician.
Right, you will be a technician.
Technician.
Coming back on stream, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the technician makes up a job
Description.
description,
A job
card
card,
with
right?
the customer name
Yeah.
and repairs to the bicycle,
Yeah.
and he put all the parts that he would choose, all the parts.
That's like going to Mercedes.
Yes.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So whether it's, you need a bicycle pump, you need brakes, you need
Overhauling.
you need wheels, rubber for the
Spokes,
wheels,
yeah.
spokes,
Tires.
tires.
Rubber.
And so you make up this job card. So it's a yellow card. And then comes to me and I will make up a bill. And of course the labor, $5. And the parts come to $5, $10.
No, but remember, if you have a lot of customers, you add up,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those people had a
And bikes were
foresight.
very, very well used in those days.
Yeah, 54 years ago.
Bikes, yeah. Humber, Rally.
1969. That was in 1969. That is how much? 55? 56 years ago. And I will make up the bill. I'll pass it to Corinne, who's the cashier. So I was sitting near to her. And the person, Corinne would said, okay, your bill is $10. Well, $10 then was like $100, because I see the person pull out a little single of $5, 25 cents to add up to
People
make.
don't take change nowadays.
Yes.
People buy things.
Yeah.
But most times it's just notes flying around.
So, okay, so $25 a week. That was good money for doing such a silly little job.
No, it was a job, not a silly job. It was a job. It was no silly job.
Anyway, that's true, Nancy.
Yeah.
I'm being silly to say something like that.
Very well true. Yeah.
I'm being silly. It was not a silly job.
No.
It was a job I was very grateful for. I left San Fernando and I'm in Port of Spain and I got this job and I was very grateful for it.
Of course.
But I had gone on a date with a reputable family, son who was studying in Canada, and he came to visit the couple I was staying with. And then we chatted and so, and then he said, his brother, his wife, his sister, and her husband, they're taking him out for dinner tomorrow night, and he's thinking it'd be a nice idea to take me along. And he want to know if I would like to go. So, of course, in those days, you don't just make decisions for yourself. So I said, well, I don't mind going, but you have to talk to the couple. Of course, when he told them, they says, well, she's in our care, so how is she going to get back home? And he said, but my brother-in-law, we will bring her home safely and then go back.
So hold on a second there. As you're talking, things cropping up, right? So there was a lot of protocol, or what's the word?
Yeah.
Right? Discipline as to when you go out, who's going to take care of you. Does that exist today?
No, you don't even know your children going out. They meet them by the corner. Yeah. I mean, in families that are very particular, you will have that kind of protocol. What time you're coming back home and things like that.
So do you think that young people these days resent that kind of control?
Of course. But in our time, that's how it was.
Okay.
So I went, they did pick me up, and we went to the Hilton for dinner. His sister and the husband, very nice couple. They are still very dear to me. We have lost touch a lot, but I always praise Mr. Harry Prasad, my first boss in BPDs. So while he was there talking, he mentioned to his brother-in-law that, he had some interviews on Monday morning.
Now remember, there might be something you shouldn't say.
That I shouldn't say?
Yes.
Like what?
For instance, if you say, and now I'm going to say that you shouldn't say.
Yeah.
Right? It might be unethical to reveal some things.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
So patchwork is going along nicely.
Yes.
Because although it's a long spell,
yes,
there's a long spell, you don't want to say the wrong thing, right?
Yeah. So anyway, he was having interviews, and I mentioned that I'm working, but I don't mind if I can fit in and get an interview. Well, I was called on the day of the interview by not the boss, but by another person who interviewed me.
Right.
He called and says, your appointment will be at 11 o'clock. So all of this long story, I could cut short really. But I think I want to bring out the point that, you must, if you want something, you need to go after it. And pursue what you would like to do. So I was at Fuller's. I was glad for the job, but I wanted to do better. But of course, that was a big jump from working with Fuller's to get a job.
Come on, bicycle to the aeroplane.
And cars.
Or oil well.
It was a big jump. So when I was told I got a job, and I went to the Fuller, the owner of the company, he said to me, if you don't mind me asking, maybe we could match, because we would like to keep you. Maybe we could match your salary and keep you instead. And I said, $60 a week. He says, oh my, we're sorry to lose you, but not even our accountant is getting $60 a week.
Imagine that.
So, God has been kind and merciful and gracious to me very early in life. I had a good childhood, a good career opened up to me. And I always like to think that you moved up the ladder based upon your performance on the job and your demeanor and how you relate to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just quite young, getting a job as responsible as that. But by God's grace, I was able to move up in the company without having been ACCA qualified.
Yeah, man. That doesn't happen again, though.
No, there's no way. After, I would say 20 years ago, when I resigned my job, 17 years ago, when I resigned, the person who replaced me had a master's in accountancy or whatever. So long ago, hard work and dedication, they were recognized for that, and promotion was based on fairness and who really deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last, when a lot of things have changed drastically to when I was young, and I always like to say I'm happy to be the age I am because the era I came from taught me a lot. And I was privileged to experience a new era. I knew the old era and I experienced the new era, and I tell you, I'm happy to come from the 1950s.
I'm happy to hear that, Louise. Now that you have explained yourself, you're going to pay this bill, right? You pay the bill. I'll call you waiter. Please.
You mean because I hear about my salary?
Yeah. You gotta pay the bill. I can't afford to pay this bill.
But you know, before we end the story, at the time I was working for $60, you were still working for $25?
Perhaps I was working for 26 then.
And anyway, at some time I would have been working for more money than him.
Yeah.
But
no.
certainly I did not wear the pants.
No, she
Although I
didn't.
worked for more money. But the joke I wanted to share or to show culture differences is that although I was working for $60 a week and Lance was working for maybe 35 by that time.
I can't remember.
Anyway, or even if we were working for the same salary, I never ever took Lance out on a date. He always paid the bill.
Mm-hmm.
But now,
But you used to pass the money under the table, right?
but now you can hear of young ladies paying for their date with their friend.
Mm-hmm.
But in our time, you would never ever think it never crossed my mind until now.
Mm-hmm.
Or when I've heard that young people say, yes, I invited him out, so I paid the bill. And I'm like, what? You would never do that in our time.
Okay.
Because we had a lot of protocol.
Yeah, boy.
We were very colonial.
I still have that wallet, with $1 in it. $1 in that.
That's the same dollar when you pull it out, the queen blink. Imagine see the sunshine. She blink, you know.
Well, in school acts, he said, let me have $2 now, back in school days, back in the 50s and the 60s. He said, hey, let me $2 now. The queen was on the bill, Fella said, this guy hard to lend money, boy. He said, all right, I'll lend you some money. But he pull it also, but the queen do that in the sunlight, boy. She hadn't come out of that pocket in a long spell.
So yes, good old memories.
Good old memories.
Good old memories.
Yeah.
If it means anything, or can be of any help, I don't know.
No,
But this is just going down
This
memory
is
lane.
just us. This is just us enjoying an indoor date.
An indoor day down memory lane.
An indoor date, yeah.
So you never thought, how come I never
Paid well?
uh,
No, I don't think in my day it was expected that the woman
never, no, it was,
will pull out the money, you know.
yeah.
It wasn't expected.
But I
well.
tell you the truth, I know I paid all the time.
Well, now you paid all the bills. You're making up for lost ground.
Yes.
So, friends, thank you very much. It has been good, Louise. We will meet again for supper.
Okay.
We'll meet again for supper.